Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
On this episode of the Couch Brotato Podcast, Russ and Adam are joined by friend of the show, Mark, to look back and ahead at the movies that got them fired up. The guys share their top 5 films of 2025, debate what truly stood out, and then turn their attention to the upcoming releases in 2026 they're most excited about. It's a movie-packed conversation you won't want to miss. Right now on the Couch Brotato Podcast.
All right. Hello and welcome back to the Couch Brotato Podcast. My name is Russ, and with me, as always, is my co-host, my partner in crime, Mr. Adam Lincourt. Adam, did you have a great New Year?
Great New Year. How about you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. A little disappointed. I'm a Ohio State Buckeye fan, and they shit the bed in their bowl matchup, but still had a pretty good evening.
Yeah, same.
Joining us on the program today is film connoisseur, Mr. Mark Dyer, who put me to sleep for about 15 minutes talking about Magic the Gathering. Mark, how you doing, man? Did you have a great New Year?
Pretty good. Sorry about your nap, Russ.
That's all right. It's getting late, so I could use it.
I'm just due for a day off finally, and that's tomorrow. So doing this is perfect.
All right, good deal. Well, I'm glad that we can help.
Yeah.
Today,
But you put us off 3 nights. 3 nights.
Well,
2 nights at least.
I cannot help that my kids got overloaded on sugar and we're going to kill each other. I mean, I would love to talk to you guys about movies, but I also don't want the cops coming over here. I have to explain why a 6-year-old murdered a 14-year-old.
Very true.
It is a brand new year, but before we get into 2026, we decided to do a recap, and we're going to give you our top 5 movies of 2025. I'd say it was a pretty good year for movies. What do you guys think?
I agree. It's been a great year for movies. I was actually looking back at all these while I was doing the list, and I was like, wow, I didn't know so many movies were like, I don't know what it was. It's like time dilation or something. I thought some of these were in 24, but no, there's a lot of good movies in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is solid list this year. Though looking at the thing you sent me, Russ, I went, really? Minecraft made the most money this year or last year? Wow, that's okay.
I know that's kind of mind blowing. I thought it was kind of a really good year for like original movies. A lot of really good original stuff. And the IP stuff kind of, I mean, at least to me, fell short. It really wasn't like anything like, the comic book stuff or the Jurassic Worlds. Like that stuff kind of fell flat to me, but the original stuff really, really kicked some ass this year.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I have a couple of comic book movies on mine, but only because they broke the mold. But no, I agree. There's a lot of great original movies this year or last year, I guess.
Yeah. We decided we were going to do a top 10, but we decided to kind of narrow things down. We were going to do top 5 instead. But before we get into your guys' list, get some honorable mentions. Mark, do you have any honorable mentions before we get into your list?
Like that aren't on my top 5?
Yeah, an honorable mention. Like, didn't make your list, but right on the cusp. Also known in the dictionary as an honorable mention.
I see. Mission Impossible wasn't on the top 5, but we all saw that together, actually, and I think it was great. It was a great way to tie up that series of films. It was suspenseful, had some great action pieces. Tom Cruise is usually good for a show, so not quite the top 5, but I think if you're going to put a movie in any list like this, am I going to watch it again is the trick. And definitely can't wait to watch it again. Haven't got to it yet, but I will. So,
yeah, Mission Impossible for me. I rewatched it shortly after I got a hold of it. You can tell that they reworked some of the stuff that because of Dead Reckoning kind of being a box office disappointment. and it's kind of incoherent for like the first hour or so, but like the last movie is like what, 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
It starts to pick up steam, and that plane sequence is the best set piece in that entire franchise.
It is.
It's a fucking roller coaster. Like, I still wonder if Tom Cruise isn't really like they've cloned him in another country, and like the Tom Cruise that we know from A Few Good Men's dead, and now we've got this is like Tom Cruise like volume 4.
I was thinking about that scene earlier today. I'm like going, hopefully they green screen that thing, or Tom's probably going, nah, let me just do it. It'll be great.
No, I don't think Tom Cruise is green screening anything. Like, that's probably him on the fucking wing of that plane.
Probably.
Incredible stunt piece. Any other ones that jump to mind?
The wife and I were talking about weapons. I know it's one of your favorites. Not the top 10, but I come back to it as like, I'm not a big horror fan. I don't know, last 20 years, it's not been my go-to thing. But this one, I know it was unique. You know, like you said, original films stood out this year, and that one the way they presented the characters made them relatable. I guess the dad and missing the son for so long, and his fight to get him back, and it was a creepy ass movie too. Mm-hmm. Especially, and then the end was like, ooh, ouch, that's messed up. So, it was a good, like I would watch that again, but it's also hard to watch too at the same time.
Yeah, you have to be in a mood for it. But
yeah. I was also watching it going like, all these people have been in Marvel movies too. So I'm like, oh, you know, go the nerd way with it. So it was bad.
As Alden Ehrenreich, or whatever you pronounce his name, he hasn't been in anything Marvel, has he? I know he was in Solo.
Heinrich? Probably not yet. I'm sure he'll be in something eventually. He's been in a lot of stuff lately, like small things. Well, no, he's in Oppenheimer, actually. So,
he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Adam, any honorable mentions?
I got some honorable mentions here. I have Frankenstein as an honorable mention.
Okay.
I think I'm the only person in this group that has watched it all the way through. Excellent movie. Really true to the source material. At least the most true on film, I think, the source material. It took some liberties. But the cinematography in it was great. The acting in it was fantastic. That's probably what drew me to it, was just like, I didn't feel like he got a fair shot in Star Wars, but in Frankenstein, as Dr. Frankenstein, he's amazing. So acting was great. Really like that movie. I'm not going to go too far into it since you guys haven't seen it all the way through, but definitely worth the watch. I also had Weapons on my honorable mention list. I really liked it. I am a fan of horror movies. This was not making the cut of the top 5. It kind of got edged out by some stuff that it fit more criteria on my top 5 list. And then I had Running Man, which we saw together.
We did.
That was a really great action movie. As far as it being a great film, not really. But as a fun popcorn movie to watch, just, for a couple hours, it was a good time, especially if you're watching it with friends. Mm-hmm. So made my honorable mention list. And then I have Fantastic Four: First Step as an honorable mention. There's a couple more superhero movies that came out in 2025 that were a little better. We've had plenty of discussions within our friend group about whether or not it's better than other things that came out that year, but it was good.
Yeah, Lucas throwing some strays at you.
Yeah.
Like just
I'm
randomly,
pretty
like
sure that he'll disagree with me, but
just
yeah.
on that Christmas morning, he just came and started attacking you on a text message thread.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But, I like the movie, and it definitely is really good, so it deserves an honorable mention.
Good deal. For me, I had the Naked Gun reboot.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Studio comedies are a dying breed, and when I found out Liam Neeson was going to be playing Frank Drebin in the Naked Gun reboot, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how good this is
It
going to
works.
be. And I think they nailed it. I think what works best for these type of comedies is if you get a serious actor who just like with Airplane and, some of the other spoof movies, if you get an actor just deliver the line seriously, it just makes it funnier. And I thought, the Naked Gun reboot was a home run. I also had Eddington, the Ari Aster movie. It came out, the COVID movie. Takes place, I think, in a small New Mexico town. I just watched that not too long ago on HBO Max. I know reading about it was very divisive. People either loved it or they hated it. I thought it was really good. Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal, who I think was in everything this year. I think he was even in Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie.
Wow.
But really like that one too. And Black Bag. Steven Soderbergh has Michael Fassbender and Cate Blanchett about a husband and wife spy duo. Mark, you've seen that, right?
Yeah, that was on my top 10. If we're doing a top 10, that's there.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you'd say it's a slow burn, you will. And Soderbergh films can do that sometimes. But this one, you get to the end and you're like going, oh, there's the payoff. And it was beautiful. Mm-hmm. It was great.
Very slick.
So,
that one,
that
one almost made my top 5. That would have been number 6 on my list. But that one was a fantastic movie. And thanks to streaming, like this is how I've been able to discover some of these movies. Like I remember Black Bag having a small run. That came out back in February of 25. I know it was real early in the year.
I wanted to catch it in theaters, and we went and saw something else, or something else happened. It just, that's how it happens with stuff. But I mean, I wanted to see it. So
yeah, it was one of those ones that like kind of came and went. Like I think it had a very brief run, and it just popped up on Peacock like a month after it came out in theaters. Yeah, fantastic movie. I can't recommend it enough. But that was a couple of my honorable mentions. But let's get into the top 5. Mark, since you're our guest, what was number 5 on your list?
I've got Thunderbolts on my list as number 5.
Okay. What was so awesome that it made number 5 for you?
We had actually just gone through watching Captain America and the Brave New World. Oof. And that one it had moments, but it was still like, wow, why are we going through this again? It felt like replayed. Thunderbolts was a good breath of fresh air, I think. It brought back elements that we'd seen before in a lot of the shows and a couple of the movies, but it put it in such a way that it was actually fun for once. It wasn't like, I know we weren't looking at a big bad that was a problem, but it was also like hopefully opening up the Marvel Universe for something better than what we've gotten over the last several years. So, that and I love Florence Pugh, so that's, she has to be on my list.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't? So,
yeah.
And take a cast like that and put them together, the dynamic worked really well too. It was a good way to have them mesh together and be a good entertainment thing. So the thing at the end with the Sentry was a little.
We won't.
What?
Don't. It's still fairly
not spoiling.
Not spoiling movies now.
Okay.
We have a rule on the show: if you have at least what did we say, Adam? 3 years to see something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't do spoilers, but
okay, no spoilers.
The thing at the end,
if I'm gonna nitpick on the movie, and I mentioned this thing, is like they have a little asterisk at the bottom where you see where it says that asterisk Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts in the comic books are actually like reformed, villains that are trying to like be good, if you will, and they're established villains in the Marvel universe. Well, this group of Thunderbolts is not that at all. It's just they're anti-heroes per se. So that's why there's that asterisk there, which is what the New Avengers comic was more so. So it's more of the New Avengers that was the Thunderbolts if I'm going to pick on it. But because if you read the Thunderbolts comic book, you'll be like, this makes no sense. So.
All right.
But,
so
I mean, I would say watch it. It's entertaining. It's definitely one of the better ones this year. So,
I had no comic book movies in my top 5, but I would say the Thunderbolts was probably my favorite of the 3 that came out. Although I would say another one I know pops up on at least one list. I think it's more rewatchable, which we'll get into that when we come to it. But yeah, I really like Thunderbolts too.
I have rewatched it a second time though. So,
Adam,
that being said,
yeah, I'm sure we'll come back to it at some point. Adam, what was your number 5?
Number 5. I would like to preface this with the fact that I have watched this movie probably 3 or 4 times now because my daughters love it. But it is a fun little movie, and the fact that it did so well prompted me to put it on my list. So I have K-pop Demon Hunter as my number 5.
I think I've seen that movie probably 10 times. My daughter absolutely loves it. She was a little disappointed that Christmas she wanted K-pop, like the 3 like singers. She wanted the dolls, and they haven't made them yet because I don't think they expected this movie to be such a phenomenon.
Yeah. It's hard to find some merchandise.
I know the song "Golden" by Heart.
Yeah,
because it's my daughter's favorite song. She sings it around the house. Whenever her and I are in the car together, she plays it all the time. But it's a very fun movie, like you said.
Yeah. Some of those songs have charted too. So I mean, it's not like
Golden was a huge hit. I think it still is.
Yeah.
So I think it has a legit shot to get a Best Animated Feature nomination at the Oscars. I'm still kind of baffled that Sony sold it to Netflix instead of putting it out, because Sony's slate for the last couple of years has kind of sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they expected it to be as massive as it was, but man, they left a shitload of money on the table by selling that to Netflix.
Yeah, they did.
Because that's the biggest movie in the history of Netflix, if I'm not mistaken.
It is, yeah. And it even made a decent amount of money when it went to theaters a few times as a sing-along.
Mm-hmm. Mark, any thoughts on K-pop Demon Hunters?
I have not seen it. You guys fall in that range where your kids are going to watch that. And Maddie's 15. She's not said, "Hey Dad, let's watch that." So it's not been on my radar of anything I'm going to see. It just looks like another animated whatever on the thing. Now the songs you mentioned, yeah, I've heard those. I'm like going, oh, okay, this is catchy, that sort of thing. And they on New Year's Eve, those girls were in somewhere singing their songs.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure where I saw them, but it's too bad your daughter didn't see him there. She probably have been like, yay.
Well, she's seen him on the halftime show of was it the Christmas night game the NFL did with Snoop Dogg was part of the halftime show. She's seen that. So
okay. But
yeah.
So I mean, if I can, it'll probably be something I'll do while I'm working, and I'll watch, just because might watch it, but she's just not. She won't do animated unless it's Disney or it's, she has the grandkids here to watch it. So
now I've seen people.
So I can't discount the film in any way or shape or form without seeing it. The songs are catchy, and that's a good selling point, I guess.
I've seen people compare this to like Frozen's popularity, especially with the songs. I can guarantee you, Mark, if you watch K-pop Demon Hunters, it's probably going to be more enjoyable than either Frozen movie.
Yeah, it's actually a very action-packed story.
Yeah,
but,
it's got an enjoyable story. Yeah,
it's got a little bit of horror, a little bit of action.
Demon Hunters. I mean, yeah, that's this. As a mental note, I did look this up. That the movie did like 24 million in theaters, so it had a following.
And that's after streaming. Yeah.
So, like I said, it's a movie I have to find time. I'll just, I have tomorrow off. Maybe it'll be our Saturday morning cartoon to watch, if you will.
It's pretty short. It's not too long.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half or so. And there's a sequel coming out too, so you have to watch this one to get ready for the next one.
Yeah, okay. I hold my breath there. So,
number 5 for me was Weapons. You guys kind of nailed it on the head. Last couple of years, I've really gotten back into watching horror. Like, I think there's been a lot of really good horror movies that have come out over the last couple of years. I think this year especially, there was probably 5 or 6 off the top of my head that were like above average to great. Like Final Destination was probably one of the most fun movie watching experiences I've had all year, just because like some of the kills were so fucking over the top outrageous. It was such a fun movie. Weapons for me, incredibly spooky. Amy Madigan, absolutely terrifying as Aunt Gladys.
Yeah.
And now I have kind of I took my kids to a trampoline park today for letting them bounce around. There was an older lady that had her kids there. Kind of had the red hair, not quite that red, but a little bit of red. And I was watching her the whole time. Like, I hope she doesn't have a bundle of sticks in her purse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a great movie. The ending, I'm not going to get into it. Fucking batshit crazy fun ending to it. Great performances all around. But yeah, I really, really loved it. I've watched that movie 3 times now because like when we did Sinners, I just went back and watched Sinners, and I did Weapons, and I watched Final Destination again just to see which was the better.
You told me that you did that. Yeah.
But yeah, I absolutely adored Weapons. I was beating the drum. I was telling you guys about watching it, so that's how big of a fan I was of. But yeah, cracks number 5 for me.
Okay.
Mark, number 4.
Number 4, you brought it up, Sinners. Definitely number 4.
Okay. Just to spare going into conversations again, that movie was on all 3 of our list, right? It was my number 3. Adam, was it your number?
Sinner. Which one?
Was that your number 3 or your number?
Yeah, it was my number 2.
Okay. Well, Adam and I have already expressed our thoughts on Sinners. You can listen to that episode on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Cheap plug of the episode. But Mark, let's hear your thoughts on it.
So to be fair, the first time we watched it, I cut it on HBO Max when it came out, and I kind of fell asleep to it. Not that the movie was boring, just I'm getting old. I can't watch movies late anymore, which is terrible.
Hey man,
so
preach, brother.
I know, it's awful. Unless I'm in a movie theater, I'm awake. But this thing, though, I just said I got to watch it again. I got to find out what did I miss as far as nuances. Plus, when you watch it home with 3 or 4 people, they tend to get up, they want to do things. It's just, it's irritating. But
serve turkey.
Michael B. Jordan
movie.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan as playing the twins, Smoke and Stack, just brilliant. He was just great. I mean, it was shot perfect. It was seamless. And it is a horror movie, but it's not. There's just the and I don't know how much spoiling. I'm not going to spoil the movie, but I mean the dance sequence where can I say what happens in the dance sequence?
We've talked about the movie. Like, you're talking about the dance or the musical number with I'm drawing a blank on the song off the top of my head.
That doesn't spoil anything. Yeah, no.
I don't know. Just the fact that they point the music jumps from like decades and this thing that it's one of those things that shouldn't make sense when it's happening, but it does, and it felt right. It put a different tone on the film. It made it more. I don't know the description I want to come up with. I mean, just it made it feel more down to earth. I mean, and then it switches obviously to the horror aspect, which is still great. I mean, I do love a good like vampire movie, but I mean that one's just, because it also ties it at the end as well. So
yeah. It's a really awesome mashup of like a period piece, like a musical and a horror movie.
Yeah, exactly. But you call it a musical, and somebody be like, "What?" No, But yeah, it's there.
Yeah, music's a big part of the storytelling of it. So yeah, I totally consider it like has a little bit of musical seasoning in it.
Right. And I think in a lot of films, you don't really care a lot about what happens to some of the side characters, but they gave enough value to each character coming up to the ending to give us like we cared about what happened to these characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'd agree. It was like each individual character her own little like thing, which a lot of people do in movies, but this one did it right.
Mm-hmm. I think
so whatever.
I think for this one, I think this movie puts Coogler on that same level as like Nolan and Tarantino. Like when you see his name attached as like directed by Ryan Coogler, like, okay, I have to make an effort to watch this in the theater.
If I'm gonna like place money in like Oscars, being the movie connoisseur you're calling me, I'm gonna say Ryan gets at least the screenwriting for this, without a doubt.
Well, I seen that they added a new category, like it's based like the best ensemble cast, and I can totally see Sinners winning this too.
Yeah, I can see that too. But I mean, that's, and I would, and as far as our lists go, I mean, we have to look at one other thing. Are all these movies that we're picking rewatchable? Can I watch it again without fail?
That's pretty much my criteria on anything. It's like, can I watch this again?
Yeah.
Sinners, I would watch it again, and then I will go so far at some point as I'll probably have to have a physical copy of it. I mean, I bought it digital just because it was on sale or something, like recently, because I wanted to watch it again. But I'm like going, I got to have this on my shelf.
Well, Adam and I were going to try to go see it. They Halloween weekend they re-released it in IMAX, and we were going to we couldn't coordinate a time to go because it came out the same weekend as the Back to the Future re-release. And we contemplated going and seeing Back to the Future and staying for Sinners, but it just the time didn't work. That's a lot of time spent in the movie theater with two like younger kids, so we couldn't make that one happen. But
I understand.
But yeah, Sinners. Adam and I loved it so much that we don't do movies that new, and we opted to do.
I see that, and I saw that on your list, and I'm like going, and I don't listen as much as I should to you guys like I should.
It's okay. Nobody does. Actually, I don't think anybody's going to listen to this episode, but fuck it. Why not?
Sure they will. I tell people this is what I'm doing tonight, and they go, really? You never told me about that. I think I might have told you about it. Hopefully they listen. But anyways, I mean, that goes to show, like you brought that up as like the re-releasing. Like last year had a solid slate of like re-released films too that weren't,
Yeah, that I should have prefaced that. Like that was the criteria. It had to be released because, I mean, we've seen Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. If we could have done re-releases, that one probably would have cracked my top 10.
That doesn't count. Yeah. Okay, Jaws is on mine then.
Well, that one that falls under the like best like movie experience that I've had all year. Seeing movies with you guys is like that makes it an event. That one was definitely up there. We missed you, Adam. But we missed you for that one. Yeah. So
actually, Adam texts me separately, says, "Fuck y'all, I ain't going to that."
I can prove that I didn't text that.
All right.
Yeah, he knows what he misses.
We'll put it up on the socials. So that was your number 4.
Right.
Adam, what was your number 4?
Get my phone up here. My number 4 was the Thunderbolt.
Okay. Any additional thoughts you want to add to?
Yeah. So Mark touched on it a little bit, and I'm gonna touch on it a little bit more in depth without giving any spoilers.
You're talking about Florence Pugh, aren't you? You want to touch on it? Sorry, has to be said.
In a way, but no.
I'll preface this podcast is not recorded in Spanktravision.
Maybe it is tonight.
I really liked the characters in that movie. Marvel has gone the way of the formulaic, here's the superhero, here's the big bad, this is how the superhero gets to the big bad kind of formula. This one didn't do that. It actually explored each character individually, gave them enough screen time. And Mark touched on this a little bit, but that's actually the older formula to old Marvel movies. They focused on one character and how they develop their power or whatever it might have been. Iron Man developed becoming a sensible human being here. They did that in this movie for all of the characters, and that was great. That was the first time they've done that in a really, really long time. And then they don't end it, and this isn't spoiling the movie, they don't end it in a big CGI battle, which is one of the best things about the movie, because of the way it ends is just fantastic. They're heroes at the end, and it's great. And that's one of the best comic book movies of the year, and that's why it makes my number 4.
Well done.
I mean, that being said, though, all of the characters had a little bit of something here and there. Red Guardian had his moment in in Black Widow.
Yeah.
And so did
they all had their moment. Yeah.
Elena had hers in Hawkeye, which I want to rewatch that again, just gonna get her, So,
yeah.
My number 4, Marty Supreme, just got to see that last weekend. Timothy Chalamet. I am not as I don't have like a first class ticket on the hype train. Like I know a lot of people currently do. Like I know he's been called the next Leo by a lot of people. But I thought he was absolutely fantastic in this. Not spoiling it for you guys, because I don't know how keen you are on seeing it. But great sports movie. The ping pong sequences are incredible. But he plays a character that.
Wait, if Lucas is here, he'd be like, "Is it Forrest Gump?"
Yeah. He would probably ask the question, who would win in a ping pong match between Marty Bowser and Forrest Gump?
It would be Forrest Gump, but
Marty Bowser's pretty damn good ping pong player. You have to see that to watch it. But he is kind of a deplorable character. He kind of stomps on people to get to his end goal, but yet it's still satisfying to see him get to watching him trying to achieve what he wants to do in life. And then kind of like the ending, I'm not spoiling it, but the ending is kind of wraps everything up and kind of redeems the character somewhat. But fantastic movie, especially Chalamet's performance. I think he's probably the front runner for best actor right now. I think he's that good in it. Adam, I don't know if your mic's muted or what, but I didn't hear you.
It's not muted.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
I was exclaiming like, "Oh, wow. Okay." I had no idea.
But yeah, incredible movie. I highly recommend that you fellas go see it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like 2 hours and 45 minutes, but it kind of flies right by.
Yeah, we kicked that around last week. We were going to hang, and you're going to go see the movie. We just couldn't work it out. And we'd gone and seen Avatar the night before, so we were just kind of movied out. So
yeah, Avatar: Fire and Ash, not on my even to watch in 2026.
Yeah, no, neither for me. I do want every movie with Timothy Chalamet to have a post-credit scene with Adam Sandler just coming up going Chalamet, and then it'd be over.
Well, what's funny coincidence, it's done by one of the Safdie brothers who did Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marty Supreme, number 4. Go see it if you get a chance. Adam, what cracks number 3 for you?
Number 3 for me is another superhero movie, and I know that you said that you didn't have any superhero movies on yours, so I'm just making up for yours. I put Superman on for number 3. It was my favorite superhero movie of the year.
When I was talking about, I thought the Thunderbolts was the best comic book movie, but I think when I said it's not the most rewatchable, Superman's the most rewatchable. I think some of the set pieces in Superman were absolutely amazing.
So I really like the subject matter of the Thunderbolt. But some of it was pretty heavy. Superman is the quintessential comic book movie, I think, of the year. It is very bright, very true to source material when it comes to the character. And I don't think that James Gunn can make a bad superhero movie at this point. Like, he even did the Suicide Squad, and that wasn't awful. Like,
I love the Suicide Squad. That was
yeah, that was a good movie. That was fun.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah. It was as heavy-handed as the other one was just entertaining.
I'm fairly certain that he cannot make a bad superhero movie. That being said, Superman. When it comes to Superman, he is a really boring superhero to me. I don't read the books as much as I would like a Batman comic book. I really like the Christopher Reeve Superman, so at least 1 and 2. So that being said, this movie ticks all the boxes for me. It has the correct music cues without like directly ripping off John Williams. It has the best Superman amount of cheese in it. It's just an overall good movie. It's a fun time. And I think it's a movie that we needed in 2025. It just like, I actually read some reviews of some critics that have walked out of the theater listening to people around them, and the people around, I could be a nicer person.
Yeah.
So, I think it was much needed in 2025.
I think James Gunn had a very difficult task at hand because, like you said, Superman's a very vanilla character.
Mm-hmm,
and it's really hard to balance that to make people care. Because, I mean, he kind of suffers from the same thing that, I know your biggest criticism of Captain America is he's a very vanilla, the Boy Scout.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, especially that works much better in 1978, in the early 80s more than it does in 2025. But
yeah,
I think James Gunn was able to capture the essence of Superman almost as well as Richard Donner did for the original. I don't think it quite hits the heights of the first two, but I mean, if this is how the DCU, or what they're calling it, the DCU, right? The extended universe that they're doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but if this is the kickoff to that, then I think they're on to something over there at Warner. Until
I agree.
Netflix inevitably fucks up Warner Brothers, but that's another episode altogether.
Right.
But yeah, I loved Superman. It was on the cusp. If we did a 10, Superman probably would have been in my 10.
Yeah.
Because like I said, there's just some of the set pieces in that were absolutely amazing, and I think it's more of a rewatchable than the Thunderbolts for me.
It is.
But yeah. I adored Superman. I walked out of there and like that was one I was a little apprehensive about. Like, man, this is either going to be really good or it's going to be a colossal disappointment, and it achieved everything I expected. Mark, thoughts on Superman?
It's on my list, so I guess when we get to it, we'll get to it.
Okay, well, what was it on your list?
Superman sat at number 2.
Okay, well, go ahead. We'll just go ahead and get into your thoughts. No sense in rehashing.
I think this is a Superman movie we needed. We needed the refresh of the character, unlike the dark thing we got with the last 10 years. It was fun. They got the dog right, which, how do you can screw up a dog really bad, but they didn't on this one. So, not that's his level for the movie, but it was doing for me. It's on I'm going to bring this in as this is a personal note that you guys know I was supposed to see Superman with you guys.
Yeah.
And I had some medical issues that put me in the hospital for a couple days and ended up, in that sentence, allowed me to get rid of some cancer later on. So that's what I take from. I did see it later on that Sunday, but it was still like, it's why I remember the movie, but, it's definitely rewatchable, more so than Thunderbolts is. And while Superman's the Boy Scout, they do introduce the dynamic of Clark and Lois in this film, as opposed to dragging it out for unnecessary 4 movies, and they made Luthor perfect, as maniacal as he was. So, the Justice Gang, if you will, or whatever it's going to be called eventually, was done well as well. I mean, Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner was spot on.
Yeah.
I mean, they did go with what he wore this blue and yellow costume as opposed to the green one that he has in the comics. But and the Hawk Girl was good. I think I still haven't figured out why they use kind of the off characters sometimes. When there's other Justice League characters they can use, probably because they think they're going to do okay in their own standalone films. Because we saw Black Adam, they had the Justice Society, and like they had the girl with the tornado. See, I don't even know we watched that one again yet. Had the tornado powers, and I don't know why they added her. What's that?
You talking about Black Adam?
Yeah.
I don't intend to watch that movie again. That movie fucking sucks.
I didn't hate it. I
watched it again.
That's for
sure. No, it's not Green Lantern, but I tried watching it on HBO Max. It's like, this movie fucking blows. I can't believe I thought this was decent.
One of the things that actually makes Superman good for me is that it puts into perspective how bad DC movies have been.
Yeah, it does that. Yes, for sure. They point at they also like I said they make it bright and colorful like a comic book should be,
Yeah.
For the most part. And there are a lot of dark comics that work in that perspective. Superman is not supposed to be one of those characters.
Right. And so I feel like they did that in Marvel movies. Like they made it bright and colorful, and they didn't do that for DC for the longest time. And
I think that was when Nolan was producing a lot of those, and I think that was the whole mindset of the that universe is they kind of want to capture the essence of like what they thought that if we did everything dark, that's kind of different from what Marvel's doing, and it works for Batman, so it's going to work for I think it's why Wonder Woman was so good. It's the fact it was different from the other stuff that they had done.
What worked for Batman doesn't always work for every.
Batman has a particular tone. Batman's always going to be gritty. Superman doesn't need to be gritty. I don't need a gritty Superman. I need Superman to inspire.
What he did, and he kicked some butt in it. So
yeah,
and it looked good. It looked right, So,
and I know she's probably not going to get any Oscar buzz or anything, but Rachel Brosnahan's Lois Lane is could be a hot take. I don't know, but I think she's the best screen Lois Lane we've had.
Agreed.
She's what I imagined that when I read the Superman comics, that portrayal is what I got out of the comic books more than Margot Kidder.
That's Lois Lane. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yeah, I have arguments there because I was thinking Amy Adams. No, she's a good actress, but I mean not Lois Lane.
She's not Lois Lane.
See, the thing with like Superman, like even like Lois Lane, I don't need a big time actor to play those characters. I mean, Superman, I get it, but like Lois Lane, I don't need Amy Adams to be Lois Lane. Like Amy Adams is going to be Amy Adams. Like cast like an up and coming actress for that role that they did with Margot Kidder worked out. And then I don't even remember who played her in the singer one. Wasn't that Kate Bosworth?
Kate Bosworth, yeah.
Yeah.
So the actor, David Cornsweet, who did Superman in this, or played him in the new movie. Is that right, David?
Yeah.
We'd seen him in a movie, The Summertime Comes Off. So like we watch random films. We found one that he was in, and we watched like 20 minutes of the movie and I went, oh, this is why they cast him. I can't remember the movie. It was a kind of a time travel story. It was on Hulu. It's about the premise of the story is that this girl, when she hears a song, it takes her back in time to the moment she heard the song. So, and it's a much deeper story, but the actor was in that movie and I'm like going, oh yeah, this guy's got good charisma. He's going to play well with Superman.
He's also in Twisters too.
Yeah, he's in Twisters. He's the
douchebag partner of, what was that kid's name? That cuck Miguel.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that movie too, but I haven't got around to watching it twice yet. So, and I even own it. I just
Twisters.
I haven't found the time.
Not the greatest film ever made, but that's a damn fun movie, and
it's fun. Yeah.
We saw it. It was good. We were entertained. So,
my number 3 was Sinners. Don't really need to get any more in depth. We've already covered that. We did a whole episode on it. Adam, Mark gave some very, very well thought out points. So yeah, Sinners was my number 3. So I can segue into it. My number 2 was F1. This was my favorite movie going experience of the entire year. Me and my son got to see this in the IMAX when it hit. Joseph Kosinski, like outside of Nolan, that dude knows how to use an IMAX camera. The racing sequences in IMAX are fucking incredible. And I have not felt like that in a movie since I seen Top Gun Maverick. You get wrapped into the movie, especially during the racing sequences. Plus, I'm a big sucker for sports movies. This is probably top 5 sports movies of the 21st century. I mean, there's been a lot of really good ones that have come out.
No arguments.
F1 is definitely in the top 5. I'd even dare say top 3.
And in an effort to do research for this podcast, because I told you I felt like I hadn't seen enough movies, so I looked at your list. I looked at other people's lists to see what they were saying about the films, and one guy pointed out that the guy who directed F1 is kind of like he made a sports movie into an action movie, if that makes sense.
No, that
and it worked really well. I'm like, because that's like, oh yeah, dude, you made a great point. So, and that was my number 3, and yet again, I haven't watched that one again yet. But I will, without a doubt. If you put it in front of me, I'll be like, yeah, I'm watching this. I wish I'd seen it. I wish I'd seen it in IMAX like you did. We caught it in Springfield. And, well, you know how that is. So,
yeah, it was just on a whim. Like, my wife and daughter were doing something for the day, and it was just me and my son. And I think I told you guys all summer, like F1 was like the movie I wanted to see. I think I was mentioning that, or it was one of the movies I really wanted to see. So I said, hey, let's go see F1. So I had to show him the trailer, and my son was like, yeah, I'm in. And just, yeah, it's an incredible movie going experience. I really hope that they do a re-release of that at some point, and not like for IMAX screens, like when there's like that dull period, maybe to generate some it won't get any Oscar nominations, but F1.
Yeah.
It's in terms of like the story and the script, it's okay. I mean, it's a typical paint by numbers. It has a lot of the tropes of a sports movie, but the racing sequences are absolutely incredible. And it just, for me, it kind of reaffirmed that like it's not my favorite sport, not by far, but racing translates phenomenally to movies. I mean, just in the last 25 years, we've had Rush, Ford versus Ferrari, and now F1, all fantastic films.
Yeah.
But yeah, F1 was my number 2. Best movie going experience the entire year. I really wish you guys could have seen that in IMAX.
Wish I had too. And Brad Pitt, like, he exudes like tremendous confidence in that film. Like, you want, okay.
Brad Pitt's not acting. Brad Pitt's being Brad Pitt. Like, Brad Pitt's just.
Well,
just
that's fine by me. It
train.
Works.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. It's kind of like he's there, and it's a good thing. So.
Yeah, and I was because not to spoil anything, but me and Jack have tossed around doing an episode of the show for F1, and I was just doing a little research, and they actually developed cameras specifically for the movie to where they could put inside the cars, because IMAX cameras are typically very heavy and very noisy. I remember reading about that when Nolan was shooting The Dark Knight. Like, that's why the music for the IMAX sequences in The Dark Knight, that music is just so loud and thundering, is because they needed to drown out the sounds of the cameras. But they developed.
I bought the soundtrack for that too.
For F1.
Oh yeah.
Oh dude.
Yeah.
It's got Hans Zimmer.
I have a car. I have my car still has a CD player in it, so I'm like, I bought that. I went, we can drive to this easy.
Oh dude, when that F1 theme gets playing, man, I'm just fucking locked in. Like, I'm just kind of like.
Oh yeah.
It's very, very fun movie going experience. You haven't seen it yet, have you, Adam?
No, I have not.
It's on Apple TV. I know sports movies are you a sports movie guy or?
Oh yeah, I love sports movies. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, make it a point this weekend. Check it out.
Okay.
It's a good story, if you will. It's
a standard, like, to me, it was a very standard sports movie. It's like there's only so many tropes you can really put together in a sports movie. I think that's why I'm such a big fan of Moneyball, because it's a little bit different than the typical sports movie. But it's, the old guy coming in for like one last shot at glory, but he's also there to kind of help the young hot shot with all the potential, kind of realize his potential kind of deal. But yeah, just the racing sequences are fucking fun. Like, if you just watch the racing sequences alone, and if you got a home theater system, it takes full advantage of it. It puts it through a workout.
You brought that up, and the first movie that came to mind was like Bull Durham. So I'm okay.
Yeah, Bull Durham's like that. I mean, just tons of sports movies are like that. Or actually, just it's a kind of a general trope for movies in general. Like the mentor-mentee relationship.
Right.
Yeah, F1. Definitely number 2. Would have been number 1, but we'll get into the number 1 here later on. Mark, did I skip your number 3? Was it F1?
It was F1, yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Any other thoughts?
Skip it, we just. No, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I can't wait to watch it again. I just have to find the time. It's also one of those movies that is a tad long, if you will. Didn't feel long, but it's a tad long. So getting around to rewatching it again is going to be a challenge, I guess. So even though I have no problem with it. So, and I've got Apple TV, so it's not like I don't have access. So
yeah, that would be like if I ever could get around to buying a 4K player, which I've been trying to find one for under $200. Can't find one, and I kind of want a region-free one, and those are even more expensive. But
yeah,
F1 would be one that I would probably buy in 4K, like, to go along with my player.
Yeah, it's on my tip, like, when I want to buy. I have PlayStation 5, so I can run it through that.
Yeah, I've got a PlayStation 5 in the house, but my son has that thing on lockdown, and I think he's got like
you could always
he's got laser tripwires and like a fucking spear. If I move it, it'll activate the spear and cut my head off. I ain't fucking with all that. He can keep it.
I think a used Xbox One X is cheaper than $200.
Oh, before long I'll be able to
the
find Walmart will have the Xboxes clearanced out for like $10. So I'm just holding off for one of them.
Right, exactly.
Under 200. So I wish I'd known, Russ. I'd keep an eye out for you because since I'll come across an open box one for you.
Oh yeah. Please keep that in mind, man. I'll definitely hit up if you find a good one.
Especially if I get the discount, I'll be like, I'm going to buy this one. I mean, because I have one. We bought one a couple years ago before I had the PlayStation 5, but I use it like never. So
okay,
I still have to fight to put something in the disc to put in the player, but considering everything's digital too, so
right. But
you get better sound quality on the disc. Just saying.
Yeah, and I'm getting old, so optimum sound quality is like very key to me.
I have a cheap sound. I have a cheap sound bar. She don't let me use it. Okay, I can't turn. She's like, "You got that thing on?" I'm like, "No, I just have it turned up. I can't hear it."
Just say, "Kim, I'm watching F1. Just let me live in it."
No, she likes that movie. She would be okay with it.
Okay. So. Mark, number 2.
That was Superman.
Okay. So, no reason to. We've covered Superman, so we're good on that. Adam, what was your number 2?
Sinners was my number 2.
Okay.
And we've already covered 2.
All right. So I guess we're all to number 1 now. I think this one was pretty much unanimous in all of our lists, correct?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Number 1 for all 3 of us was Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another.
One Battle After Another.
Mark, I'll let you start off thoughts on this magnificent piece of filmmaking.
Honestly, walking into that film, I didn't know what I was getting into. I'd seen the trailer, like, okay, this looks interesting. I knew who Paul Thomas Anderson is. Walking in, didn't know. Walking out was so much better because we got so much out of that movie that you didn't think you were to get, because I didn't know what it was about. I had no idea. I walked out and I said, "Oh, there." I told you guys, Sean Penn's just give him the Oscar. Just do it.
Yeah,
without a doubt. So
I remember
it was a compelling.
When we went to see that, the original plan is you wanted to see the new Tron. And I text Adam and I say, "Hey, I'm going to try to talk Mark into seeing One Battle After Another." And I thought at first Adam was just like, I'd rather see Tron. Adam was like, "Yes, do it right now." So that's when I sent out the text.
There was a plot. We just wanted to see a movie. It wasn't really so much what we saw. Kim wasn't all that stoked about seeing Tron. I still haven't seen Tron, sadly. But no, it was, after seeing that, was just welcome. I can't wait to watch it again. And it's hard to not talk about it and not ruin stuff about the movie. Plus, it was also something that I don't think any of us can relate to what was going on in that movie at all. The what they were fighting as far as their whatever the nonsense was. Well, not really nonsense to them.
But yeah, I was going to say it really wasn't nonsense per se. But yeah, I mean, it had a very specific message.
Yeah.
And I like just how it kind of shifts tones. It kind of, is a very, a group of people that were trying to fight for people that didn't really have a voice. And then it morphs into, basically there's 2 stories. There's the Bob Ferguson, Leo's character, his story, and then the Sean Penn story. But I know for me, Sean Penn, just I'm sure there's probably some supporting performances that I have not seen yet that may warrant consideration for best supporting actor, but I think Penn's got that locked down. That's the character that you think about, as you're walking out of the movie. He's the guy that sticks with you.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to believe, he just feels everything that he's doing is the right thing to do in his head.
He absorbs the entire screen when he's on there too.
Yeah, he's
without
a force.
A doubt.
And it's kind of hard. it's kind of hard to overshadow Leonardo DiCaprio, who I think is probably at this point right now is probably the finest actor in the business right now.
I'd always thought that any movie that Leonardo DiCaprio does, you buy into the character that he is.
Yeah, no, agreed. He's great.
Agreed. The only problem is that I thought about it and I went, his character, this Bob Ferguson character, it kind of felt like the guy from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a little bit, just how he played it. I mean, if you think about it, just kind of the angst that the two characters were going through.
You're talking about like a little bit of the paranoia.
Yeah.
I could see.
I mean, it's like it's
paranoid for different reasons.
I'm like, going, okay, and I guess I'm downplaying Leo's performance a little bit, but it's also like I've seen him do it, so it's like, okay, no problem. But also, Sean Penn steals the movie, so.
Well, Chase Infinity, the actress that plays his daughter, she was good
too,
amazing
really good.
too, and I think those performances kind of overshadow Leo. And plus, like, it doesn't even get talked about enough, but man, Del Toro is like in the movie for not even 10 minutes, just throwing 100.
Yeah, he was great.
Like that man, no matter what movie he's in, even like the Marvel and Star Wars universes, like the amount of swagger that he has on screen is just enormous.
Yeah. Adam, like, you got any other thoughts on One Battle After Another?
Yeah, no, I was like Mark. I watched the trailers, didn't have a grand idea of what it was about, but I knew I wanted to see it. I actually got recommended to see it from one of my coworkers, and I know that you had mentioned wanting to go see it, and that's when we hatched our plan to go see it. But I was like,
you really didn't need to do. I'll go see just about anything.
It just exuded Oscar material to me, and I was like, I have to see this movie. Like, this movie is going to be the movie that wins at least 2 or 3 Oscars, if not more. Now, after having seen it, it's definitely going to do that. Especially with Sean Penn. Fantastic actor. You love to hate him in this movie, but you also kind of a good villain is always written so that you understand where they're coming from, but you don't necessarily agree with them. Mm-hmm. And they did that for his character, so you know where he's coming from. It's still a bad place, so you love to hate him. All of the acting in this movie is fantastic. The set pieces were great. I really liked the car chase sequence at the end.
Oh,
that was
don't. That's what I was about to say. The movie, we putting up the acting and like that scene at the end, which you don't want to spoil it. Our friend Matt Wheeler. Yeah, no. I mean, Matt Wheeler, I was telling him about this movie. I said, they do this thing at the end of the movie, and you'll know it when you see it, that it makes you feel a certain way. You understand it when it happens. And it was just, I don't think I've gotten that from a film, that's not like 3D or something done like that. But I was like, wow, that was great. It was intense.
It was so good.
So
very, very good.
I've used the superlative. I've told like Lucas that so far now granted, this is including, we had a year where movie theaters were pretty much shut down and it took a couple of years to get back up to steam, but I think this is the best movie of the decade so far.
Yeah, I could see that. No,
better than Oppenheimer?
I agree with that. No, I mean, Oppenheimer was great, but for rewatchability,
you're right.
Oppenheimer,
no doubt.
I've seen Oppenheimer once. I've seen One Battle After Another at least twice. I'm still trying to get Jen to watch it too. She hasn't had a chance to sit down and watch it yet.
Did you go with us?
No, she was. I flew solo that night. Adam was my date. He didn't even buy me popcorn. But
so it's just you, me. Did Lucas go?
No, it was me, you,
no,
Kim, and Adam.
Okay,
the Furious Four. But I think that's a a good number one to sit atop of our list.
Yeah.
I did want to ask you guys one question. I didn't give you this ahead of time, but one movie that you're looking forward to in 2026. Adam, I'll lead off with you.
Avengers Doomsday is the first movie that comes to mind. And I know that a lot of people are going to groan that it's a superhero movie, and everybody always
it's like, oh,
groans
fuck,
about
here
it
comes
nowadays.
Adam with the superhero shit again.
But coming from, and people that have listened to this show enough have heard me gripe about how bad Marvel has been, how bad superhero movies have been. We've even talked about on previous podcasts how bad just regular IP, like franchise movies have been. It's going to be the movie that actually gets me a little bit hyped just because of how it's being written, who's going to be in it, and kind of the upswing of how Marvel has been doing, especially with one of them being an honorable mention and one of them being on my list tonight. So I'm kind of curious to see how Doomsday is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think personally, when we got out of Fantastic Four, like I remember I enjoyed Fantastic Four, but I also about a month later completely forgot about it. And I think
I agree. Mm-hmm.
I think that for me, I'm ready to admit to it. I'm full blown. I've got comic book movie fatigue at this point, and I don't really get excited for any of the superhero stuff coming out. I know that we just seen the trailer for one of you guys text the Supergirl trailer to all of us, and I didn't even bother. Yeah. I was like, I didn't even watch it. I'm like, cool. Like, I'll wait and see. But I will say that the Avengers trailers, the way they're doing the marketing for it, it's given me kind of that hopeful optimism that I had pre-Endgame. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I will go see this day one, and I'm actually just as excited to see the movie as I am to hang out with my friends and see it. Because it's like the last few movies, it's like, okay, go see a movie, but I get to hang out with my friends. That was the more important part of it to me. But now it's like, okay, there's a movie I want to see attached to it. Now that could all change from now until, was it December?
Yeah,
when it comes
December.
out? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
people go, why did they move it to December? I went, duh, hello. Like, if you ask what I'm looking forward to, I'm looking forward to Mandalorian because I know that's first. And Adam's shaking his head. I get it. I understand. But I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm going to get excited for it.
You know,
But I don't know if I'm seeing that.
I forgot all about The Mandalorian coming out till you just said something. I'm like, I knew they were doing another Star Wars movie. I will probably go see that. I need to watch the show. I need to revisit season 1, and then they've got 3 seasons of that, correct?
Correct, unless you want to count the Book of Boba Fett, which is like season 2.5. But
no, you said that was like that old 90s show Picket Fences, didn't you? Or you compared it to something?
It's bad. And Mark will probably disagree with me, but it's really bad.
I will say
Boba Fett like 2 episodes and then be done.
It has its place. It's, I don't know if it's bad per se, Adam. It's not the Boba Fett we wanted, let's face it, but it's entertaining. Which is what it meant to do. So it's got some scenes that are good, but it's also got some stuff that is just like.
Now, have they dropped the trailer for The Mandalorian? I know they did a teaser.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have they dropped like a full length trailer for that yet?
I thought that was out. Full length.
No, there is a full length trailer. It's about 2.5 minutes long or something like that. It played in front of Five Nights at Freddy's when we went to go see that with my kiddo. So.
Okay, well, that was a movie.
I think we saw it in theaters too. So, but
well, I'll look it up. Just
I was on Facebook and I saw a bunch of movies that were coming out this year, and there's a lot of movies. There's a ton. There was taking Brad Pitt's character from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and doing a I don't know if it's a series. What is that?
It's
Do you know?
a
I
prequel.
meant to
It's
ask you about
The
it.
Legend of Cliff Booth. It's directed by David Fincher.
Oh, that's
So I'm like,
here's my money. Just
well,
take it.
your money will be sent to your Netflix subscription because it's a Netflix. Because Fincher's got the deal with Netflix.
Fuck that then.
That one was
And-
actually, that one would have been a strong contender for number one, but I don't think it's officially set for this year. I know they're filming it right now. I don't know if it's going to hit the mark for.
It's just I was on Facebook and it said, "Here's the list of movies." It wasn't really a list, but it was a list, but it showed like posters and stuff, and like there's a Ben Affleck, Matt Damon thing coming out on Netflix in a couple weeks too.
Yeah, I'll be watching that. That's like my wheelhouse. Crooked Cops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boston Crooked Cops. Like, yep, count me in. But for me, the movie that I'm most looking forward to this year is Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Yeah.
The trailer dropped for that. And, yeah. Lucas sent me, like, I watched that trailer, then like Lucas must have had like some kind of premonition. So he sent me the trailer too. And him and I were actually scheming to buy tickets to go see the 70 millimeter IMAX showing, which the closest one to us is in Indianapolis, Indiana, which is like a 2 hour and 20-minute drive.
Yeah.
And he said, would you go see it in Indy? I'm like, fuck yes. So we looked it up and it is pretty much every showing is sold out for like 2 months.
Really?
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dang.
So I guess we're just going to have to slum it and go see it in regular IMAX, but.
Wow. They can buy tickets that far in advance though? That's crazy.
They only did it for the 70 millimeter IMAX showings. Because there's only like, I think the next closest one's in Pennsylvania. I'm not making that far of a drive. Indy I can do.
No.
Because I've done that trek, but I'm not driving to Pennsylvania for a movie. And it's probably sold out too.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to Project Hail Mary. I really like The Martian. I like the novelist is Andy Weir. I like him.
I just rewatched The Martian like 2 days before Christmas, and I forgot how much that movie fucking rocks. That movie is fucking awesome.
It's a good movie, yeah.
Which is why I'm kind of excited for Project Hail Mary, because I feel like it should be just as.
But that's the Ridley Scott movie, right?
Yeah, The Martian is the one Adam's.
No, the other one.
Hail Mary.
I thought it was. I thought it was.
No, that one's
Ridley
done
Scott's,
by Ridley Scott did The Martian. The Project Hail Mary is the duo that did the Jump Street movies, and it has Ryan Gosling.
Oh, right.
I think because I saw in that list of films. I'm trying to think what Ridley Scott's next movie was.
Probably.
Have you guys seen anything?
Another alien.
Have you seen anything on the? No, I don't know. He's not doing another alien movie. I'm not sure.
Well, there is a. I was just going through the Hollywood Reporter's list of the 20 most anticipated movies of 2026. There's Toy Story 5.
I saw that thing too.
There was a movie that looked very, very interesting to me. It has me very intrigued. During Marty Supreme, we got the trailer for Steven Spielberg's new movie, Disclosure Day.
I was going to ask about that.
No, that movie looks great.
It does. Yeah. And I'm like, oh shit! Like, because like I remember I'd seen Times Square. They had a poster or like a video, and it looked real creepy because it looked like if you looked at it straight ahead, it was it almost looked like the picture of the girl from The Ring, but then you had to look at it it's basically somebody's face upside down. And then we got the trailer for it, and I'm like, oh, okay. And even Jen looked at me. She's like, "That looks really, really cool."
It looks great. Spielberg's wheelhouse is alien movies, so I'm all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, ditto. I was going to ask about that. Look at this.
And there's a new Spider-Man movie coming out in July too.
Yay.
Like the last Spider-Man movie was as peak, and it's probably gonna dip real hard after that.
Nah. Got Punisher in it.
I'm also not looking forward to Dune Chapter 3. I don't know why. I'm not excited about it, but I'm sure that I will enjoy it when I watch it.
Just going down the list, I will go see it. I liked 2 better than 1.
I like the Dune films. I am not anticipating. I'm there for the ride. I'm there to watch it when it's out.
I'm still waiting for Warner to move that out of its release date, because right now, the way it's going to be Dune Part 3 and Avengers Doomsday on the same day. And I was like, come on.
They're going to move it.
Yeah, like Warner Brothers, okay, I get it. But you got to move that out there, because like that thing is going to get fucking trampled by Doomsday.
Yeah.
Real quick, though, just going down the list, there is Greta Gerwig's got a new Narnia movie that she's doing. That might be interesting.
Okay. Is it like a reboot or is it a sequel?
It's just a new adaptation. If it were
just
most other directors, I would be like, nah. But Greta Gerwig, she's got a pretty solid track record. I would probably go see that.
So how many times have you seen the Barbie movie then, Russ?
I've only watched Barbie once, but Barbie was a fun movie. I will give it that. Not my wheelhouse, but that was a fun movie.
Right. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There's a new Jumanji.
Oh yeah, Jumanji. I didn't get to see the second one, but I really enjoyed the first one, specifically because they didn't pretend that the first one with Robin Williams didn't happen. I hate it when movies do that. But yeah, I'm always down to see those movies just because they're fun.
Those are my son's favorite movies, so I know I'll be seeing Jumanji for that reason. There's a sequel to The Social Network. That one's coming out in October. And I don't know if you guys seen the little teaser yet, but new Tom Cruise movie where it's a non Mission Impossible, non Top Gun movie coming out. Looks like it's gonna be a comedy. It's called Digger.
No, I don't think I've seen anything about it.
I saw the like I said on that list. I saw that. Well, I don't know what it's about. So,
until
they drop a trailer.
The premise is Cruise plays Digger Rockwell, described as the most powerful man in the world, on a mission to prove he is humanity's savior. It's Alejandro Inarritu, the guy that did The Revenant and Birdman.
Well, that's why we want to see it. Yeah. Okay. Sold.
Yeah.
And the last one on my list I'm seeing on here that it's kind of intriguing. Not a fan of these movies, but the guy attached to do the new one, it has me very interested. Resident Evil comes out September the 18th. Zach Krieger, who did Barbarian and Weapons, is doing this one. So I will be there to see that with you guys, because I know you and Lucas will be there to see it.
Yeah.
The fact he's doing it, I'll go see it.
I think I can speak for Lucas when I say this. It's a guilty pleasure. All of the Resident Evil films, they're not great films. They're even critically panned films, but man, are they fun. So yeah, no, I'm seeing a Resident Evil movie, even if it doesn't follow the storyline of the game. I know people complain about that too with the Resident Evil films. I don't care. Mila Jovovich, it's fun to watch her tear up some zombies. So who cares? New film, maybe it'll follow the games. Who cares? It's a Resident Evil.
Adam, just ask the person who complains about that to go, did you beat the game? If they did, well, But otherwise, be like, if you ask me, it'd be like, if I were to complain about, Mark, did you beat the game? No, I didn't beat the game. I'm stuck at the end.
It's a problem, especially with the way they do ammo in those games. But I'm there.
Oh, just looked it up real quick before we wrap this up. The Adventures of Cliff Booth is slated for a late summer 2026 release. And it looks like it's going to be in theaters for a brief run, followed by being dumped onto Netflix. So that answers that question. So,
yep.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode. Thank you, Mark, for joining us. Always a pleasure having you on the show. Stay tuned next week. Adam and I got a little theme month cooked up. Follow us on the socials. You can find those links in the show description below, and I'll drop the answer to the theme month probably tomorrow or probably Monday at the latest. But I think it's going to be a good one. If you like what you heard here today, or if you like any of the episodes we've done, please take a brief moment to leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast. It helps us know what we're doing right, what we need to improve on. Plus, it helps us in those search results. You can also leave us a 5-star review on Spotify, too, which is be kind of cool if you did it. All you got to do is just hit the star button. You don't even have to write anything. So please do that if you have a moment. Until next week, we will talk to you guys and gals later.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.